A long delayed start and a loss of 78 overs on the third day of the LV County Championship match between Durham and Middlesex at the Emirates Durham International Cricket Ground meant that the home side were unable to follow through with their plans by batting themselves into an unassailable position. They eventually resumed late into the afternoon because of rain on 37 without loss in their second innings, with a lead of 100 in the bank, and they looked to Keaton Jennings and Mark Stoneman to add as many to that in the allowable time. But after both hit boundaries in adding 15 more, the players were back off again. Thankfully, they did return, and there was evidence that Middlesex won't want to be batting for too long on the last day. Both James Harris and Gareth Berg were still finding plenty of movement to cause both batsmen concerns. It's been that kind of game where batting has never been especially easy, and had Durham been able to set more than 250 in the last innings, they may have felt confident of an important victory. Perhaps they still are. Few batsmen have really got to grips with this surface throughout, although Stoneman was batting as well as anybody. He now looked to push on, going to his 50 from his 55th ball, with a thick inside edge off Harris, which brought him a couple of runs. The left-hander had struck 7 fours in his half-century, an innings which simply proved what good nick he's in at the moment. This was his 5th 50 of the LV County Championship summer. Alas for him, he was out to the next ball he faced, Harris getting one through his defences to have him LBW to end an opening partnership of 68. Only 8.5 more overs were possible after that before play was ended early by the light. The good news at least is that the forecast for the final day is much better, although having lost so much play thus far, it may be difficult to manufacture a result in the final 3 sessions. Scott Borthwick helped himself to a couple of boundaries before stumps were drawn. By then, Durham had moved on to 89 for 1 with Borthwick on 11 and Jennings on 28. That gives them a lead of 152 with 1 day remaining. A declaration around lunchtime after a bit of a bash in the morning may still mean an interesting conclusion to a game Middlesex will probably be happy to come out of with a draw.